Till a point I used to hate this compliment of, oh, you sound like so-and-so singer. I used to be like, I'm trying my best to sound like myself.
Yeah.
And the fact is that I am made up of all these artists that I've grown up listening and imitating to. That is the only way that I learned blues and jazz, because I didn't learn it, like I didn't train in it, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just imitating a song, imitating a singer, imitating a style. And I think that's how it's transcended. But if you look at the contemporary scene right now with indie music, I would say that everybody is almost sounding like they traditionally don't in the Indian sense, but they are Indian, and that is Indian music. So, for example, Pratik Kuhad, he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant singer-songwriter, and sure, he has his style, his niche. There's Anushka Maske. She's got her own niche as well. So I think everybody has their own niche right now, and I think it's high time we call it Indian.
That's true.
It'll be fun.
But who do you think were your early inspirations? And you said that people said you sound like a certain artist. So who are these artists? And was that a conscious effort? Do you listen a lot to them? What's brought about? Like, would you say you have some favorite songs or favorite artists that you kept listening to at a certain point, and that probably developed the way you sing, basically?
Yeah. So I think I would not be able to go ahead in my life without giving credits to Miley Cyrus for all the work that she's done for me. No. But yeah, that's how I figured out that genre, like from the way you watch it in TV, the way you watch it in TV shows. So my initial inspiration would be Rihanna and Beyonce. And Rihanna because of the style that she has. Then there's Shakira because she's got her own unique vibrato style as well. And then there was Beyonce who's got like an insane range, right? So I tried my best to do what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But then gradually when I went to college, I tried to listen to more of blues. And that's when Janis Joplin and Beth Hart and Joss Stone and Eartha Kitt and Aretha Franklin and all these amazing women came into my life. So then I was trying to pick bits and pieces, and it was like, how would my voice sound like? So that was the procedure.
And how did you go from just being an appreciator of good music to actually wanting to make something of your own, to start writing? Where do you think that came from? Like most of us, we listen to music and we enjoy it. We are driving, we're working out, we just listen to the music. But where do you think that change came in you, that you felt that maybe I can make a difference, I can do something that's not there already out there? Do you think that ever came to you, or it was just something that was there throughout?
No, that was never the point. And that still isn't for me. Why did I start writing? That's a good question. I had promised myself that since I've picked up on an instrument, and so with me is that every time I sing a cover also, I would try to make it a little more of my version of it, right? So that creativity part was always there, because constantly trying to prove you're good enough, right?
Yeah.
So that was there, but I think I remember this, I had promised myself that I want to be able to write a song, my first song, at the age of 21. And I did it. And that was just a challenge that I gave through to myself. I was like, let's see what you can do, girl. But now that song is a very crucial part of Masquerade. And that was the beginning of Masquerade and the inception of the concept of Masquerade itself as well. So I don't know where this writing is coming from.
And you told me you're not big into video production, but I don't know if you watched the Kanye West documentary on Netflix that came before he went down south. Like before that, he recorded the initial days of his career with his friends, and with everything being so raw and being so unfiltered and unedited and all of that. And that really helped show people who are aspiring to become musicians that one day maybe they can reach that level if they just keep putting in the hard work. So has that ever come in your mind that maybe behind the scenes you do more recording, you put out bits of clips to your followers or something, saying this is what's going on behind, please join us, there's a mic check and all that? Do you feel that in that way, not only will you interact better with your audience, but it's also making you more accessible. Like they won't see you as someone who is just on stage performing. They'll see, okay, she's putting in the hard work behind the scenes, which they are probably not aware of. So do you think that that's something you would like to do?
No.
Wow, okay, that's brutal.
I've not gone that far. I'm telling you, Shane, I don't.
Even when Kanye did it, he wasn't that far. He just started it off.
It doesn't feel like me for this moment.
Okay. You feel that just being quiet about it and just showing everyone the end product is the way to go as of now. Is that what you feel though? Because we've had this discussion before off air and you've said that you will deliberate about it. Are you? Are you not? That's all it's going to be.
I understand what you're saying. If you're speaking about having clips of the way that the work works, it is already happening. My songs never just finish.
Yeah.
Most of my friends listen to like 3-4 versions of it. So if that is something that you're saying, that is definitely being documented through the eyes of my beloved friends. But now I am also, should I say this or not? I'm also risking on coming on Discord a little more. That was something that I started during pandemic.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the community was good. But I never, not yet, I have never promoted my music on Discord. The only reason that I have my Discord server and I have these sessions is so that we could come together and listen to other musicians, especially watch other musicians' documentaries and all that. And specifically in India, right? Because there's some who are doing exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So we watch it, we enjoy it, but I have never come to the thought of doing that right now.
So who are these Indian musicians you're talking about whose journey you've been following and what have you learned from them?
A lot of things, do's and don'ts. Some are really nice. Some are my friends from, there's this one person who's called Shashwat Bulusu, who was in Baroda when I was in Gandhinagar, and I have that fan moment with him because I'm like, oh, I saw you perform at my college and I heard his songs before they would come out on Spotify because he would share it with us, right? Or he would share a clip of his live performance and say that, don't share it with other people. I don't, these are songs that are in process of coming out. So I see his process of what he was with his raw acoustic set and now where he is with his well-produced set. And he's based out of Delhi, if I'm not wrong, right now, has a record label and doing brilliant things. So it's nice to see that journey. I don't know what the question was.
The question was, who are the artists that have really inspired you and what all have you learned from them? So this guy, you're saying this is what he's done. So what have you learned from his journey? Like what are the...
To document your things well.
Okay.
So then people remember and see the curve. Definitely, yeah.
But what are the mistakes, not just in him, but in any other people in their early days that you would firstly avoid yourself and also recommend it for the next gen to...
See, I am nobody to say anything to anybody else. To next gen, to gen before, to my gen.
I'm sure there must be people looking up to you, right?
But
I love how modest you are. Yeah.
But I think, personally speaking, what did not and does not and is not something that you should chase either is quick results. So we constantly think that one song out, this will do amazing, or one reel has gotten so many views, or I have suddenly gotten like this many followers, and I understand for content creators this is how you measure how successful you've been, but at the same time I think have a long-term plan of where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years with deliverables. And I started doing that with myself every year because I had to write down things and constantly keep learning new things. I think that's another big yes to do.